Hi, I'm going to give an overview now of how to fit an internal hard drive into your Xvision 4-channel NVR that you see here. So the first thing I've done here is I've just started and I've used this Phillips screwdriver to remove these 4 screws, which we see here, and I took them from here, 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 and here, okay? So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to start off by sliding off the back of the NVR. So we just slide it forward like this. We get to a certain point, we can simply lift it up. And I'm just going to move it out of the way for the purposes here. So let's look at what we're going to use after this point. So if we just look here, we'll say we use these 2 bags here, and from them we took the SATA cable here, which is for the data SATA, and also we have these 4 screws here, which we're going to use for screwing in this hard drive, which we can see in front of us here. And this is obviously normally come in an anti-static bag, but just removed for the purpose of this video anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move maybe a little bit closer to the camera, clear away some space here, and allow you to focus in a little bit better on what's going to come next. So the first thing we notice here is that we are going to mount the hard drive. There's space for 2 hard drives. You can slot one here, and another hard drive can be mounted here. Okay, so you see 4 holes here for mounting inwards. And already in place we have the SATA power cables, which you can see here. So we'll use this one obviously for the furthest away hard drive we're putting in 2, and we'll use this one for the closer hard drive, which is here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up the first SATA cable, which is here, and I'm simply going to come along and I'm going to slot it in here. So if we look carefully here, we can see there's a groove here that corresponds with a groove that's here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to simply angle this up for a moment, and I'm just going to push that down into position like that. So that's clicked in. And I'm going to now pick up the other end of the SATA cable, which is here, and I'm simply going to come along and we're going to insert it here. So once again we can see the groove here. I line it up the corresponding groove there. We click it in, and we'll do the same with the power one here, connection here. There's yet again another groove, and we line it up and slide it in here. Okay, so that's locked in. Now if we look on the bottom of the drive, we'll see there's 4 holes. So if we look at these 4 holes, we'll see here, 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 and here, and they correspond with these 4 holes here in the bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come along and I'm going to lie this down. And what I need to do now, and this is the most difficult part of the process, I simply come along and I try to align these holes with what we have here. So next I'm going to come along and I'm going to put in this first screw in here. I'm going to repeat the process. Bottom hole here. So I'm just going to tighten this a little bit tighter, just make it a little bit easier for me as I go along. So you can see the basic procedure here. So we do this for all 4 holes, and we'd have that pointed extremely tightly locked into position. Okay, I think it's best, you can get away with less screws, but it is important to use all 4. I won't bore you in this point here, but you can just see, I've just used the extra 2 screws here to screw this in. And that's basically it. We'd simply take the cover then, slide it back on, and the next step here, and what we'll cover in the next video, is the actual formatting of the hard drive, etc. So that's it anyway, an overview of how to fit an internal hard drive into the Xvision 4-channel NVR.